everyone. I'm Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy from the temporary studio in my home state of Colorado. So, we have some awesome updates from Anas Abdin, the game developer of Tardigrades. Now, if you're not familiar with it, Star Trek Discovery has allegedly stolen quite a bit from this man's game to change Star Trek to be a lot more like this video game from what Star Trek used to be. I mean, remember when Star Trek used to be about warp travel and exploration? Well, now all of a sudden it's about flying around through space through the use of spores and a giant tardigrade. So, at least the first season of Star Trek Discovery focused a lot on that. And, let's just go right over to Anas Abdin's Twitter page real quick. Now, he does show a lot of similarities here, and this is from August 21st. I will link my video when he initially released this update as well, his first update, when he decided to move forward with a lawsuit against Star Trek Discovery. But you can see a lot of similarities. We have the very blonde albino man in a relationship with the very brown bearded man. You have the tardigrade that flies throughout space. The one issue I have with this screenshot is that his Yolanda character he really should have grabbed a screenshot of Michael Burnham in her prison outfit, because that prison outfit looks exactly like Yolanda's spacesuit in my opinion. There's just so many similarities, so many things that look the same on Star Trek Discovery versus Tardigrades. Now, so let's just get right into his statement. He released this on Saturday, November 17th on his blog, and he says, regarding the Tardigrades versus Star Trek Discovery case, a second amended complaint has been filed on October 29th, 2018. I have added more similarities and a couple of companies/subsidiaries to the defendants list. So far, things are going smooth and as anticipated. Everything mentioned in the complaint is based on the laws of the United States, and he states the laws and the codes. The law is clear and straightforward. If you infringe on someone's intellectual property, you will have to stop the infringement act immediately, and if you profit from the infringed work, you'll have to pass on the profits to the original creator. I wasn't really aware of the latter. Thankfully, my lawyers know how much effort I've put into the development of Tardigrades, and they know all of the hard circumstances circling my personal life, finding the time for game development, so they wanted to make sure I get all my rights to keep my project alive and maintain its originality. Yay! Go Anas Abdin. And of course, why we make videos on this is to kind of show CBS and all these giant corporations that no, you don't get to bully little people like that. You don't get to bully the little guy. You don't get to bully the lone single indie game developer because you think nobody will notice. Guess what? This is the internet age. We notice. We understand. We know when something is so similar that it looks like you've clearly stolen it. And, I can't 100% say one way or another, but it looks really, really similar to me. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know all the facts. And feel free to disagree with me in the comment section below. Or agree with me, whichever. Either way, tell me how much you hate me, tell me how much you love me on this, because it all counts as interaction. Whatever, doesn't matter. As a YouTuber, as a little tiny YouTube channel, I have also experienced some, let's say backlash, some intimidation tactics, some things that I'm not really going to get into too much, but some little things that make me think, oh, CBS might be noticing. CBS might be running scared. CBS might be trying to intimidate, attack, bully, kind of push around the little people, the little channels, because they don't want to have a bad image. They don't want to have a bad public image. They don't want their shareholders and their investors to all of a sudden say, oh, we don't want to invest any money in your company anymore. It is the bottom line. It is money. They don't want any negative publicity. They don't want any negative feedback. They don't want people saying how much Discovery sucks. And they do whatever they can. They hire these firms to go and create false accounts on YouTube and leave comments that are basically form letters of, oh, I'm so glad you're looking forward to season 2 of Star Trek Discovery. It's like, that's not what I said. They hire these firms to go in and post comments that are so clearly form letters. They hire people to go in and try and argue, try and discredit you, try and flag you if you use one little bit of copywritten imagery, right? They try and do these little tactics, and we know that they do these tactics because look at what they do with other channels who had videos that they've had to take down. I've had to take videos down because I pissed off people a little bit too much. And this is the day and age we live in with YouTube. They like to, and the internet in general, and I don't think it's been that different throughout the course of history, I think we've always had to deal with that stuff. It's just we have channels and we have voices and we have Twitter handles and we have social media where we can kind of go and tell these things and we can complain and we can band together and know when these companies do these things, and we're not going to take it. And that's one of the things that I really, really hate about Star Trek Discovery, is that they're stealing this poor guy's work to change Star Trek. It's not even necessary. Just hire somebody who knows Star Trek to go and write a Star Trek script. Don't hire a bunch of hack writers who've never written science fiction in their lives before. Don't hire a bunch of people from Gilmore Girls. Don't hire a bunch of people like Alex Kurtzman who doesn't know how to write. He starts every sentence with the word "and." He doesn't have a cohesive story from A to B in any of the stories I've seen. Alex Kurtzman, I have a history with the Alex Kurtzmans and the Akiva Goldsmans. When I was a kid, this is going to go off the rails a little bit. I used to watch Xena and Hercules, mostly Xena. There was one episode I absolutely hated where on Hercules they were tossing a pig in the air constantly and they had to fight. And Xena tossing a baby in the air, constantly having to fight. It's the exact same episode, same show, only replaced pig with baby. And I remember this episode being the most garbage dog shit episode of Hercules and Xena, and it's the same episode basically, with just different characters. And I can't remember which one. It was either Alex Kurtzman or Akiva Goldsman. I'm pretty sure it's Alex Kurtzman in charge of that. So I have a history with these people about their horrible hack writing and their bad writing, right? This goes back to the 90s. And so this stuff really hits home to me. I'm a lifelong Star Trek fan. Sorry, I don't have like all this stuff behind me here because this is the temporary office. I have every episode of Next Gen and TOS and DS9 and Voyager on DVD. I go back. I saw Star Trek 4 in the theater as a kid. I saw Nemesis in the theater, for crying out loud. Like, I have a history with this stuff. Okay, when I tell you guys this isn't Star Trek, I don't mean any attack against Anas Abdin's game, because it's perfect as a game. It is absolutely brilliant as a game. It's not Star Trek. And for Star Trek Discovery and CBS to keep insisting that this is Star Trek and that this is good and sending their shills out on force to attack you and defame you and go out of their way to misread something you say on social media, to flag you, to harass you, to bully you. I know exactly what that feels like. I've been through that myself. I know other YouTubers have also had their videos taken down or had to take videos down because they pissed off CBS just a little too much. I know other YouTubers who have used just a little too much footage and had their videos have to be taken down. They've been DMCA'd. So we know what tactics you're using, and you're not going to shut us up about it. We'll delete the video or we'll edit around it. But seriously, you guys got to really step up your game and just make Star Trek. Just hire a Star Trek writer. Go read a Star Trek novel. Go find somebody who wrote a book. Get them to write a Star Trek episode or a series. Don't get these people, and sorry that they actually did that. That's probably a terrible idea because from what I've heard, they have like the worst writer from Voyager, from the Voyager book series, writing on the new Captain Picard show. So maybe don't do that. Get a good writer. Get good people who know Star Trek. Or just let it end. Because guess what? We don't need any more Star Trek if it's going to be terrible like this. I would rather have no Star Trek than bad Star Trek. And I certainly don't condone and endorse you bullying the little people of the internet. The little guys on the internet who are just out there trying to make a video game who have nothing to do with Star Trek. Alright? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you upset by this? Are you enraged? Do you think he has a case? I mean, are there any legal experts out there? Or anybody who can actually help him? I'm gonna link my other video in the description below, as well as I think his blog spot, so you guys can kind of read and develop the developments of the story. So thank you guys so much for watching. I am MechaRandom42. This is the temporary studio in Colorado. I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye!